Hello everybody, welcome back to the Formulalympics. So this is the third round of the season. This time we are going to be around Zandvoort for the Formulalympic race around the Netherlands. So this will be the first race where we'll only be having the F1 cars. The F2 division won't be around until round 5 of the season. So the question is, who is going to win the gold medal around Zandvoort? Well, let's get into the qualifying session to find out. So here we are for the qualifying session around Zandvoort. Now the question is, who is going to be the first driver to come out to set a benchmark time for everyone to beat for the next 12 minutes? Well, we will wait and find out. And we've got our first taker, and it is Dries van der Loof we're going to be focusing on. Of course, one of the two drivers who has yet to qualify for a race around a Formulalympic track so far. Of course, what I'm saying is, this is the start of the season. Dries van der Loof for Netherlands, and Ernst close. Oh, we've got trouble already. Peter Hart has spun his car round on his outlap. That is not good. Let's get we'll get a replay of that. Okay, we'll get a replay on it. So this actually makes sense what's happened. Where is Peter Hart? Okay, this hurts. Did he just... Okay, he's gone wide into the barrier. Oh! Huge contact with Gonzalez, okay. Now explain what's happened. So I get... Okay, so Hart's just got his car stuck, then Hawthorne comes in. Okay, so... Okay, I understand what's happened. So Peter Hart spinning out has caused other cars to crash. Like, yeah, so that's Gonzalez in trouble. Okay, so it's not. So thankfully, it's not the track that's the problem. It's just Peter Hart made a mistake, and it's caused chaos on the track. But the question is, oh, we have another driver that's actually gone off the track. So another driver has actually stopped. Hope we'll see Chuck Stevenson. Chuck Stevenson can see them. Okay, so Tony Allman sets the fast lap 1:21.2 for West Germany, just ahead of Van der Loof. Bianco 1:18.5. So Bianco is setting a pretty good time. Okay, let's get on board with Chuck Stevenson. See if we can see who that is. That is one of the French drivers. I didn't quite see it, but I think that was Manson. Actually, right, that's okay. It's definitely Robert Manson that's gone off. Chelsea is a 1:16.0, so he's 2 seconds ahead of Bianco. So it's Stevenson in the lead, Bianco second, his teammate Ruttman third, Hawthorne fourth. Let's say that Fritz Ries is now third. Johnny Claes into second, so he's just 2 tenths behind. So Johnny Claes is doing pretty well already. Peter Hart kind of the slowest, 1:27.6, so that's 11 seconds slower. Jean Bernard sets the fastest time. Okay, so coming to the halfway around the session, we've got 2 drivers still off, haven't teleported back to the pits yet to try again. We got Really Fisherness in the fastest time, 1:15.5, ahead of Giuseppe Farina by 2 tenths. So that's a very, very good run there from the Swissman. Of course, his teammate is still cut the back at 15th, so that's not good. Meanwhile, the 2 drivers who are yet to qualify for a race are 13th and 14th. That is Van der Loof and Klodwig. Wow, Alberto Ascari only managing 12th place. And there's Rudolf Kraus in 8th. So some drivers doing pretty well, some others aren't. There's Flintman in currently 8th place in his home race. And there's Troy Ruttman up to 11th. So some drivers are doing pretty well. They expected to do, and some are underperforming and you're not expecting. So I'm really surprised that Alberto Ascari is currently down in 15th place. I mean, he does have someone ahead of him. That is Chica Landy. Where is Landy actually? Is Landy third time? 14th. And now Jean Bert sets the fastest time, 1:15.4. So this could be Jean Bert's second pole position of the season. But hopefully it would go better than his than Silverstone at least. Really vicious on the front row, which is amazing. Giuseppe Farina third. In fact, we got a problem. Mike Hawthorne's gone off, and I noticed Tony Allman had a moment as well. Yeah, Mike Hawthorne, this is... Okay, let's go replay of Hawthorne. Let's find out what happened. This man's on there. Okay, so... On board with Hawthorne, coming around. I lost it on his own. Into the gravel and into the barrier. I'm guessing Allman must have got collect... Oh no, Allman slowed down just to avoid it, but that ruined his time, so... Well, poor Tony Allman. In fact, Allman, yeah, 121.6. It doesn't improve his time, so he stays in 17th for the moment for West Germany, while his teammate Fritz Ries is 14th place, 3 seconds faster. Actually, oh no, something's happened in the pit lane. Okay, unfortunately, I can't actually see what happened in it. Okay, let's see. Okay, Peter Hart. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, what on earth is going on here? Yeah, okay, I knew something seemed to have been amiss. Okay, let's see. So let's look in the side of the pit lane. So there's something... Oh. That's is that good? Yeah, that is Gonzalez who's crashed in the pit lane. So we can focus. Can we get the camera to focus on? Yeah, Gonzalez is just. I don't know. Gonzalez is. Oh, his wheel's broken. Okay, yeah, yeah. I can see the problem is his front wheels is broken. He's still trying to go out, so he probably. Yeah. Okay, so he just yeah. And then, at some point, chaos absolutely ensued. Yeah, oh my words! Okay, so that is his... That's... Oh my goodness me! I have never seen something like this happen before. That is... Yeah. And that's hard to there. Yeah. Okay. And then there's Joy Clays, and there's... Oh my words, I have never seen anything like this before in Ascari Corsa, let alone the Formulalympics thing in general. That is... Okay, now, yeah, oh my goodness, the chaos is still going. Gonzalez has gone out of the way, thankfully. But Peter Hart is stuck. Now Troy Rupp... Oh, okay. This session has turned into a complete... Yeah. Meanwhile, Tony Altman into 7th place for West Germany, but oh my word, that is just one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in a Formulalympic qualifying session. Okay, there's Jean Berra, who's currently the pole sitter. Well, he was the pole sitter until Farina just took that away from him. Yeah, it's still going in the pit lane. Okay, it looks like crisis has been averted. I think, yeah, okay. And it's Fritz Ries, 7th place, West Germany. Okay, now Troy Ruttman is in trouble. Okay, let's get a replay of Troy Ruttman in. Yeah, okay, we've seen this. Did Troy Ruttman just lose Oh god, he's on a... That's gotta be an outlap, surely. It's not a flying lap. Because 2 minutes 11, that's pretty bad. Okay, oh right, got into a tangle with someone. Is that... Okay, that's Rudolf Krause you got collided with. Okay. Okay, so it's not pandemonium, it was just a driver error on Ruttman's part. So Ruttman, I think his session's going to end provisionally in 4th. This Farina is currently the pole sitter. He's behind Mike Hawthorne, who's in 17th place. Allman does his personal best, stays in 8th. Look at Ascari, eyes on him because he's... Oh, Hawthorne's has had problems. I guess Hawthorne must have lost it. I think he lost it already. And okay, yeah, okay, he went wide and he collected Farina. So Farina's going to be really unhappy with that. So that was a driver mistake on Hawthorne's part. Okay, so Ascari really needs to improve his time. Yeah, Gonzalez is crashing the pit lane again. I can see. So I'm guessing we can expect chaos. In fact, no, Ascari is going to cause chaos because he only hits Chuck Stevenson. Okay, well that was a little bit unnecessary from the Italian. Just completely swiped Stevenson. And notice Johnny Clay's got the fastest, is currently at the front. So well done to Johnny Clayster. That's amazing for Belgium. Well, his teammate is currently 9th, which is still pretty good. Okay, I mean, Chuck Stevenson... But to be fair, Chuck Stevenson probably shouldn't have gone to the driving line like that, so I think that might be Stevenson's fault there. But wow, Johnny Clay's currently in first place, so that is really good. Who would have thought we'd have one of the Belgian drivers taking pole? I mean, I certainly didn't, but hey ho, Johnny Clay's is definitely going to be the talk of the third. So Wharton goes into third, Chico Landi goes into 8th now. What about, so 40 seconds left on the clock. Okay, looks like we've got 20 cars kind of set a time, so it's fair to say Gonzalez and Manson are out for the weekend. They're not qualifying because they've not set a time. Although to be fair, Gonzalez has got a broken car, so he might get some leniency. Peter Hart goes into 12th, so he's no longer last. Ascari basically goes up to 7th, but again, that's still pretty poor for Ascari. 5 seconds left from the clock, so the session is about to end. And yes, it's ended now. And so we've got a few drivers are in the pit, so we'll focus on Alberto Ascari, see what he can do in his final run. So Alberto Ascari really needs to put his foot down if he wants to retain himself in title contention, because we still have Stevenson stranded. Okay, no, he's gone off the track now. Alberto Crespo improves his time, but he's in 17th. Okay, Ascari is 4 tenths down on Johnny Clay's at the moment. Okay, so coming down to sector 2, what can he do? Robert Manson's finally set a time. Manson has set a qualifying time. He is 19th, but Robert Manson has finally set a time. Claude Wake improves his time, 122.2, stays in 21st. So I think, well, actually, we'll have to see what the 110% rule gives us. Here comes Alberto Ascari now to come across the line. Can he improve his time of 115.8? He is going to put himself in pole position. He denies Clay's of a pole by 2 tenths of a second, and that's the end of this session. Wow, we have an awful lot to unpack there in that session. So, drama with Peter Hart at the beginning of qualifying. Went off track and crashed, and it caused absolute chaos. Especially it affected Gonzalez the most. Gonzalez front suspension, both his front suspensions broken, which led to absolute pandemonium in the pit lane. Well, there was definitely a lot to unpack there, but while we try to dissect all of that action we've had this session, let's now move on to the official grid lineup for the race. And so it is on to the grid. No surprise to be reminded, Ascari has got pole position ahead of a very impressive Johnny Claes for Belgium. Then it's the other Italian driver of Giuseppe Farina in 3rd, with Ken Wharton 4th, followed by Jean Berra in 5th place, with Rudi Fischer, another impressive performance of Switzerland, in 6th. Then it's both American drivers on 7th and 8th, with Chuck Stevenson as your championship leader in 8th position. Chico Landi and Fritz Ries rounding off your top 10, a very impressive performance of both drivers. Then it's Tony Allman, the other West German driver, and Paul Frere down in 12th position, while his teammates in 2nd. Peter Hart 13th, with Jan Flitzman in his home race in 14th. Rudolf Kraus, a very good qualified session for him, in 15th position, with Gino Bianco 16th. Then it is Alberto Crespo, the sole Argentine, 17th, with Ken Wharton, a very disappointing 18th. Robert Manson, also disappointing, in 19th position. Dries van der Loof and Ernst Klodwig, for the 3rd race in a row, has failed to qualify. Jose Froland Gonzalez was actually going to be granted to start at the back due to not being able to set a time due to what happened at the start of the session, but unfortunately he has withdrawn from the event due to injuries. So with that out of the way, it's time for the race. So here we are for the race around Zandvoort for the Dutch Formulalympic race. As you see, fog has descended on the track of the Netherlands, so hopefully we'll still have some exciting racing. Of course, we have the 2 Italians in the top 3, and of course we've got the amazingly well performed Johnny Claes, that qualified 2nd. But without further ado, let's get into the race and see what happens. Will Ascari get a good start? What will Johnny Claes be able to do at the front? And away we go for the Formulalympic race around the Netherlands, and it's a good start for Farina. Looks like Farina is going to get ahead. of Johnny Claes going down to turn 1. Is everyone going to run safely? But Johnny Claes is flying back to try and keep second place. It looks like everyone is going to be through safely. Oh, we got a bit of contact there between second and third. And I think we've seen someone coming off the track. So it's Alberto Ascari over a second ahead of his teammate already, and also 2 seconds ahead of third place man Johnny Claes. And we've got trouble at the back. Peter Hurt, the Swiss driver, has crashed, and that is him out of the race. It looks like he will not be able to get out. So he started 13th on the grid. So let's see what happened. Contact between him and Gino Bianco. Let's get an onboard view of him. Into the inside. Yep. Oh. Head on the side, and Bianco sends part to the wall. So that is the end of Peter Hurt. Looking at the board, we see Hawthorne making his way into the top 13 now. Meanwhile, Alberto Ascari is in the fastest lap at 1:15.4. He sets, which is a great time for Ascari at the moment. Of course, no points for fastest lap though. As we see, Robert Manson is now made his way into 14th behind. In fact, no, Manson getting ahead of Mike Hawthorne to be in 13th now. Oh, bit of contact there. And oh wow, goodness, a huge coming together there between Tony Allman and Hawthorne. And that causes a bit of a traffic jam. Bianco having to slow down, and so is Crespo. Well, thankfully, Hawthorne is still able to race. But let's get a replay in Hawthorne. Let's see what happened. I mean, obviously, we know what happened. He had contact. So, slight coming together, banging the wheels, off the track he goes, losing control. And Tony Allman for West Germany right into the side of him. Both of them are able to continue, thankfully, but they are down 14th and 15th. I mean, look at the damage to Tony Allman's car. It is absolutely, the front wing is absolutely wrecked. We're only lap 3 of 47, and we already got drama at the back. Checking the progress so far after 10 laps. And the biggest gainer in this race so far is, well, not surprisingly, Hawthorne and Manson. They've gained 6 places each. And the biggest loss so far is Tony Allman, who's down 15th after a major incident around, thanks to Hawthorne's incident, they got himself collected and sent him down to 15th. And the biggest loss is with Kraus, who qualified 15th and has dropped down to the last of the runners at the moment. And Johnny Claes looking like he will be safely through. And oh, we got an overtake there. Vera and Ruttman battling for 5th now. The back marker has definitely made an impact as Vera and Ruttman are still in a tussle for 5th. Ruttman trying to get and make his way up. Vera trying to hold on to the position. As Ray Fisher sits back and watches on with his action, as we see Ruttman is now successfully through into 5th, and thanks to the kerfuffle with Kraus, that's helped Wharton and Johnny Claes pull a small little gap on this train of cars. There's Ray Fisher trying to go on the outside of Vera there, but not able to make it stick. But with the last couple of corners before starting lap 23, well, we're going to see if the rest of the train can get past Bianco instant free. As Stevenson makes a move on Fisher and gets past him for 7th, and now going around the inside as successfully laps Bianco, and now he's got to try and chase down Bera before chasing down his teammate in 5th, who's still behind Wharton. And there is Tony Allman now holding the British driver up. In fact, yeah, Sean Bera. In fact, we've got a problem. Ruttman's gone off the track. I was wondering why everyone was jumping up the order. So what happened to Troy Ruttman? I completely missed what happened. Go around the right-hander. Was he trying to make the move on Wharton? Yes, there's Ken Wharton going down the inside. Oh, contact. Hits the barrier. And just pulls the car off the side. His car must have sustained some serious damage. Go from the perspective. Yeah, okay. Lost control of the car and into the grass. So that is probably the end of Troy Ruttman's race right there. And Ruttman, who got third, who got his bronze medal in the last race, well, that is his race done, and that's put Mike Hawthorne into the points position. So lap 26, so we are well past the halfway mark. And I imagine pit stops are not going to be too far away. Let's see who's made the biggest gains this race. Hawthorne has. He's gained 8 positions to be in 10th, so it would be the back end of the points, chasing down Chico Landy for 9th. Oh, I say that Mike Hawthorne went awfully wide there. That's not going to do his tires any good. Meanwhile, this Robert Manson, the second biggest gainer, down 12, now 1 lap down on the race leader of Alberto Ascari, which is very disappointing for the Frenchman. Paul Frere, the third biggest gainer, gained 4 positions to be in 8th place, qualified 12th, and to make his way into the points position. So this could be first points for himself and for Belgium, and of course for first medal for Belgium as well, because Claes is still in the bronze medal position in 3rd. Biggest loss that's still in the race is Tony Allman, down in 14th after, of course, the incident with Mike Hawthorne being probably the biggest reason why he's lost that many positions. But Hawthorne is still relatively far ahead of Ascari for the time being, as he is trying to get past Paul Frere for 9th, who's been held up by the back mark of the other West German driver, Tony Allman. Now here comes Mike Hawthorne to try and capitalise on it, to try and get past Paul Frere for 9th. And he successfully gets past. Oh, okay, it's through safely. It looked a little bit perilous there, but Hawthorne gets the move done and he makes his way into 9th place. Now, and he's gone awfully wide last corner, and Allman taps him. Hawthorne managed to stay on the track there, but that's cost him time. And Paul Frere ended up being slowed down because of that, not able to do anything about it. And Bianco is pretty caught up at the back of the train as well. And in fact, just as I say that, we've got someone pitting already. It's Johnny Claes from 3rd place coming to the pits already. So from 3rd, he comes into the pits. It's Mike Hawthorne and Berra are fighting for 3rd, and Jean Berra gets ahead of the Brit to get into the top 3. Wharton 4th, Stevenson 5th, Fisher 6th. Johnny Claes is coming out of the pits in 7th position. He makes bit of contact with the barrier there, but he does make his way out. Did he actually damage his car? Nope, his number 12 car seems to be okay, as we now got Mike Hawthorne coming to the pit along with Paul Frere. Okay, so drivers are pitting now. In fact, Alberto Ascari from the lead of the race is coming to the pits. Guiseppe Farina is also pitting this lap. And we're going to go on board with Ascari. Being the race leader, it's going to be important for him to come out ahead. Hopefully we'll get a good pit stop this time round. Last pit stop cost him the race. Will it cost him this time round? There goes Mike Hawthorne coming out of the pits, not to worry because they're a lap down. And Farina! And no, wait, once again Ascari has been held up in the pit lane, and now Giuseppe Farina is capitalising to take the race leads. Yeah, once again the pit stop undoes Ascari's hard work. And here comes Rui Fisher now to make his way into 3rd. We see Berra, Wharton and Stevenson coming to the pits. Now the question is, can Claes get back into 3rd? I mean, he easily gets past the driver still in the pits, gets ahead Berra, who's in 5th, Stevenson 6th, and Wharton drops down to 7th at the moment. And here comes Chico Landy coming into the pits now. And the driver he's ahead of is Fritz Ries. I think he's yet to pit. Hawthorne is definitely pitted already, so I guess the other pit stoppers are gonna win out here. But oh my goodness, how unlucky is it to be Ascari in this Formulalympics? 2 races in a row, the pit stops go against them. As we got the last few tries to pit, most notably, because Rui Fisher now coming to the pits, but Johnny Claes is for certain going to retake 3rd place. And there is Jean Berra chasing him, but he went awfully wide there. That's a mistake. And Chuck Stevenson made a mistake as well. Wharton made a mistake, so The personal best on Joey Claes as he retakes third place. Here's Ray Fish now coming out of the pits now. He's going to be behind Bear. Is he going to get ahead? Is Stevenson going to get ahead of him? It looks like he is. No, Stevenson just coming out behind the Swissman. And there goes the Bear Ascari, pushing as hard as he possibly can to catch up to the back mark, to his teammate. And we've got trouble. Chuck Stevenson's into the wall. It's going to be a double DNF for the USA. That's not good for them in the championship. That means they can kiss goodbye to possibly catching up to Italy in the Nations Championship. Okay, let's get a replay on. We've got a replay on Chuck Stevenson. Now let's find out what had happened to him. Coming down the last corner, he went sliding, went awfully wide, and he spun the car around. Oh, he collided with Wharton. Oh, that is devastating. I mean, Ken Wharton, approaching as a bystander. There he is, coming down the last corner. Chuck Stevenson, yeah, just nowhere to go for Wharton. That is absolutely devastating for both him and, of course, for Stevenson, who was fighting to stay in the lead of the Drivers' Championship. And yeah, his chances to maintain the championship lead, that is just gone, just like that. And I think we've got trouble. Alberto Ascari's in trouble. Alberto Ascari, the man driving. Okay, made the same mistake Stevenson did. Oh, that's from the last lap. Okay. Oh, if Ascari's. What happened to Ascari? This is. Oh, well, this race has certainly changed things up a lot. Ascari spins. Okay, so he tries to turn the car around. He just stops in the gravel. That is it for Ascari. Oh, that is utterly devastating. So Stevenson his chance to hold the championship lead is gone. Ascari's chance to take the lead of the championship is also gone. And the biggest gainer is Johnny Claes, who's going up into silver in a silver medal position. And France could probably get their first medal of the season with Jean Berra in third. Well, here's Johnny Claes now chasing down Alberto Crespo, who's about to be lapped by him. And there's Jean Berra in third with Rui Fischer. Oh, Rui Fischer. Intense fight for potential bronze medal between Switzerland and France. And we're going to make contact, and Jean Berra's gone spinning, and then into the barrier goes Rui Fischer. Okay, for Jean Berra back on the track, thankfully. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was pretty intense from Fischer and Berra there. And then here's Jean Berra catching up to Fischer. And once again, the battle for third, Bruce once more. But it looks like Jean Berra might hold on to the position this time, and I don't think Rui Fischer can do anything about it. Yep, Fischer loses out on third place. Well, here's your race leader, Guiseppe Farina. He's about 20 seconds ahead of second place driver Johnny Claes. I mean, Farina qualified in third and could get his first win of the season. I mean, we've got trouble. Oh no way! Rui Fischer and Ken Wharton have gone off. What on earth has happened here? Okay, so we'll go aboard with Rui Fischer. Well, Fischer and Wharton, if they've DNF'd in this race, well, that's completely changed. Okay, so Fischer goes off. Oh, Ken Wharton collided. Oh, big hit to the barrier from Ken Wharton. So we'll go aboard from Wharton's perspective. He was chasing down Rui Fischer, and this is the fight for, of course, this was still the fight for fourth. Yep, and slideways. Oh, that was a big impact there. Oh, but that impact has ended the possibility of a medal from Switzerland and UK. Yep, Fischer's confirmed to be out of the seat. Ken Wharton, well, we know what's going to happen. We're going to see the message that says that Wharton has left. We just got to wait for the message to appear. Now, and just like that, Chico Landy all out of absolutely nowhere, is into 4th. It's been an amazing result for Brazil. The driver cam of your race leader. Let's see who is he's chasing down to be lapped. Will it be Rudolf Kraus to be lapped for a 3rd time in this race? I think that was, well, maybe not, but we'll find out, I guess. Oh, ooh, very sideways there from Farina there. I guess the tyres are not coping with that right-hander well. Okay, so in fact, no, it's Jan Flinsman who's sitting in 9th position as to be left. In fact, only 5 drivers in this who's left in this race have not been lapped. Oh, we've got an overtake. Oh, now Jean Bert's gone off. At the same corner where Horton went off. Oh, no way. So, looks like this. Oh, collision with Crespo. That's what's happened. There goes spun round. Tries to turn the car round. Okay, imagine they could turn round. Okay, so no incident there. I guess what's happened in the next corner. He's going pretty slowly. Has Jean-Bert's got a problem with his car? Yeah, it looks like Jean-Bert's got a problem because he's driving really slow. Okay, now he's going to speed. There's Chico Land. I think that's Chico Landy. Now he's gone sideways. So yes, that impact with Crespo clearly must have damaged Berra's car. The wind's going incredibly slowly. Okay, so that's Jean Berra out. And look at this. Now Chico Landy in 3rd place. Thanks to that. Okay, we've got 4 laps left to go. Hopefully, the last 4 laps, hope things will be a little bit calmer. But being the Formulalympics, anything can happen. And the anything did happen. Robert Manson's had a spin on the chicane where Berra was before he carried on. And looks like France are going to have a double DNF. This has been a pretty poor weekend for Manson in general. Okay, let's see what's happened here. There's Paul Frere ahead of him. Is he trying? Oh no! That was an overly aggressive maneuver there from Manson to try and lap Frere. And bumps the barrier. And yeah, I think that's the end of Manson's chances of salvaging points. There's Bianco. Okay, we've just got 2 laps left of the race to go as we're on board with your race leader Guiseppe Farina, who's now chasing down Robert Manson. Again spins, and it looks like Manson is not getting out of this. Yeah. Okay, thankfully the Fleming and Allman didn't get caught there. We'll get a replay of Manson, find out what happened to him. I'm guessing he just lost control because his car must have... Yeah, his car's clearly been damaged. Yeah, big hit. And that is it for Manson's race. And meanwhile, we do have a battle for 5th though on this last lap. Fritz Ries and Frere in a tense fight for 5th. It looks like Paul Frere is going to get both Belgian drivers into the top 5. So it's an amazing last-ditch effort from the Belgian to get some really good points for himself and also good points for the nation's table. But the nation's table is already going to get some good points for Belgium thanks to Johnny Clay still in 2nd place. And Close Clay is about 17 seconds behind, but 2nd place is 2nd place. You can't sniff 2nd place. As here we're on board with your race leader, just the last couple of corners left to go, and Giuseppe Farina is going to come across the line. Oh, just about. Oh dear, that would have been so bad if he bends it there. But here comes Giuseppe Farina to come across the line to be the 3rd race winner of three different runners, 3 different races. Giuseppe Farina wins the Dutch race. As we're now going to see Johnny Clay's, an amazing result, is going to come around in 2nd place for Belgium. 1st medal of the season going to Belgium. Amazing result from Clay. He's qualified 2nd and he's finished 2nd. Wow, what a race that was. a very, very interesting and exciting race. So this Giuseppe Farina is your race winner, Clay second place for Belgium, and Chico Landi third for Brazil, Hawthorne fourth, the last driver to have not been lapped, and then the lap driver Paul Frey and Rees were lapped once, then it was Albin Flinterman, Bianco Crespo lapped twice. Third in the field, Rudolf Kraus down 11th, Robert Manzon has completed 9% of the race, so he will be classified as finishing 12th despite him DNFing. And then, of course, we got the big list of DNFers: Sean Barrett 13th, Fisher 14th, Wharton 15th, the big shocker, Ascari 16th, and both American drivers and Peter Hart all failed to finish. Well, with that exciting result out of the way, it is now time for the results. Wow, after that result, we have 8 of the 10 people who scored points getting their first points of the season, with most notably Johnny Clays getting his first ever points of the season, as well as his first medal of the season. And Giuseppe Farina, thanks to Stevenson and Ascari the Tyrant, has got a quite substantial lead over second place, which is about 17 points. So Giuseppe Farina, 3 different medals, and 3 in qualifying the top 3 every single time. It definitely shows Farina could end up being a bit of an underdog of beating Stevenson and Ascari throughout the season. Can he do that? We will find out during the season, of course. And looking at the nations table, thanks to the different names who scored points for the first time this season, you've got Belgium in the top 5, along with Brazil, pushing France down to 6. Thanks to France's 2 drivers not finishing the race, even though Robert Manzon has been classified as the last finisher in 12th. The only team still yet to score is East Germany, thanks to Jan Flinterman, Fritz Rees, Chico Landi, and of course Johnny Clays. And of course at the top of the table, Italy with a 25-point lead thanks to the United States double DNFing this race. The United States have got a lot of work to do if they want to try and catch back up to Italy. Wow, what a weekend around the Netherlands. The very thought that Johnny Clays was going to get bonus points by qualifying second position was crazy enough. The amount of DNS was also pretty crazy, with notably both American drivers double DNFing this race, which is a huge blow to them in the nations table as well as the Drivers' Championship. Ascari's DNF definitely helping his teammate Giuseppe Farina snatch the lead of the competition ahead of him, and as well as Chuck Stevenson. It definitely shows in the Formulalympics, anything is possible. With 3 rounds down and 13 more to go, we can definitely expect it to get even crazier and even more exciting. What will happen in the next round? Well, let's find out together.